William King is on the road to a lot. He's touring with the Commodores, a group he helped found almost 50 years ago.
Yeah, but in 2014, King was forced to take a break. He had to deal with a diagnosis that caught him off guard. It was prostate cancer. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now with this story.
And Sine and Tom, William King has never really been one to take his health for granted. He lost his father at the age of 2 and his grandfather very young. So King makes it a point to get to the doctor and get his yearly checkups. And he thinks that that might be why he is still here today. At 68, William King has been playing music for as long as he can remember. And at the tender age of 18, as a freshman in college, he was helping to form the soul-funk band, the Commodores.
You know, it was just to meet girls and play music. That's all that was about, to have a great time. We had never stopped. We've been going since 1968, 49 years.
But in 2012, King, who lives in Buckhead with his girlfriend Deb, got a blood test during his yearly checkup known as a PSA screening. It's used to detect changes in a man's prostate gland, and his PSA level was elevated. But King was told by his doctor they could keep an eye on it, so he went back on the road.
But in the process, I had a heart attack.
At the time, in South Africa, King needed emergency bypass surgery, and it took years for his body to heal from that. So he put his concerns about prostate cancer on hold for a while.
And in that process of waiting, the cancer wasn't waiting. The cancer was moving on.
Because when he got his PSA checked again in 2014, his doctor had bad news.
He said, first thing I want to tell you is that you have cancer. And I looked up and I could see the doctor moving his lips, but I couldn't hear him.
Need to follow up.
Georgia Urology's Dr. Daryl Carman, who specializes in prostate cancer, says stories like William King's are unfortunately not all that rare because prostate cancer is the most common cancer in men over 40, affecting about 1 out of every 7 American men.
In the African American community, that number actually is higher. It's more like 1 in 3 or 1 in 4.
Dr. Carman says a combination of genetics and a high-fat, meat-heavy diet may put men like William King at higher risk. So he encourages African American men and those with a family history of prostate cancer to start getting their PSA levels checked at around age 40, while most low-risk men can wait until they're about 55.
Men in general don't like going to the doctor, and I typically tell them this is a maintenance issue. So it's really no different than taking your car to get serviced.
And by the time William King's PSA level was checked again,
cancer had progressed. So that kind of shut the door on various types of ways to treat it.
He underwent robotic surgery to take out his prostate gland and then about 40 rounds of radiation to kill off any remaining cancer.
You can't play tennis in pain. You can't play your horn in pain.
But today, William King is starting to finally feel good again. He's back on his tennis game, and he's back to the music that makes him and millions of Commodores fans out there happy. And King, who is the father of 4 adult children, has a new workout keeping up with his 3 young grandchildren. And he says he is grateful that he's always stayed in shape and toured so much because it actually helped him get through the last difficult 4 years.